Okay, today could be a very seesawing kind of day for us in making decisions. We'll be back and forth, up and down, pros and cons, and indecision will plague us. So don't worry about that because we have an event in the evening that will bring in the clarity, the strong mind, the clear headed thought process. So, welcome to your daily focus. This is August the 30th, 2022. I'm Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Truly. Now we have the 30 energy today. The 30 energy is celebration, but it's about the past accomplishments that you've done that really brings out the celebration. So it's getting together with people and celebrating something, celebrating each other, celebrating self, but bringing in that joy, that happiness, knowing that you are going towards new beginnings, that you are preparing to plant some seeds if you've not already done so. If we do the daily numerology for August the 30th, it is the 17 energy, and the 17 energy is all about making the impossible possible. So today when we're humming and hawing and seesawing back and forth, don't worry about it because you're going to see a way forward that nobody else would have seen. You are going to be able to make that impossible possible in your life. Sun is in Virgo and Moon is in Libra. So Moon in Libra is that, well, it brings in that cardinal essence, that new beginnings kind of energy. And we are all about aiming for compromises, the middle ground, bringing in harmony, peace, bringing in beauty. Sun and Jupiter talk today, and this is where the seesawing goes back and forth because we won't be able to make decisions of how we want to go forward, what path we want to take, what group we want to belong to, what job we want to take, what hours we want to work, what kind of relationships we want to have, whatever it may be for you. You want to do A, B, and C, but there's only time for B, but you'd rather be doing A and C if not. And it's just, your mind is all over the place. Your mind might be a little scattered today because of this, and don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because as we approach midday, evening, the moon is going to go in trine with Saturn, and that brings us this kind of grounded approach. Our emotions aren't all over the board, and we can ground ourselves and get clear-headed about what decision or what the decision is that needs to be made and how you will make it, and having that clarity and having that understanding. So it's a pretty rock solid kind of day, so long as we don't just make a decision because, oh my gosh, I can't make a decision, so I'm just going to pick and get it over with. Don't do that. Put it on the back burner then a little bit. But if you utilize the energy completely, and that is sitting down and brainstorming with yourself about all the pros and all the cons and all the ups and all the downs, and really seeing it from every, like a 360 degree, and seeing your environment, your plans roll out, your path roll out, your steps forward roll out in front of you, and seeing which ones work and which ones don't. Boy, won't you have the clarity and the understanding? Won't you be able to make the impossible possible if you use this energy wisely today? Okay, let's cut the cards here and see what they have to tell us. Our shadow card for the day, look at that, the Ace of Swords. Oh, so it's somewhere today, sometime, you are going to probably have an epiphany, an aha moment, an awakening to maybe different information or knowledge or wisdom. You're going to see clearly. This is the aha moment. This is about seeing where you are going forward. This is about automatically just slipping into a confidence about being able to accomplish where you are going. To not only set the goal, but know in your heart, know in your gut that you can do this. Okay, our first card is all the Five of Pentacles. Wow, we want to throw on that towel. We are tired. We are tired of trying. You say, Tilly, we're tired. I understand. I am too. Okay? But perseverance, patience. So this is the day we need to back it up. We're going to feel like, oh, I can't make a decision. I don't know what decision to make. Neither of them even seem that good when I look at them. The more you think about it, the more you look at those decisions and what contributes great and what contributes ugh. If we're going to sit there in front of or on the threshold of the door of abundance, then we best be pondering our abundance going forward. And when you're ready, you will stand up. You will straighten your shoulders. You will look that door square in the eye, I guess the eye hole maybe. Maybe knock on that door. Maybe reach out for that latch, that doorknob. Turn it and walk through and go towards your abundance. You never even knew how close you were. Today is going to seem like a million miles away, and it's not. This card says it's not, but you have to have a belief and a faith within yourself, a patience that everything will happen in its own divine time. The Empress appears. 3 plus 0 is 3, so 30 energy, 3 energy. It's all about the Empress. In fact, the Empress is more like a 30 energy because when you look at numerology, if you have a 30 or a 20 or a 50 or a 60, anything that has the 0, it kind of gives that first number, that first digit, God-like power. So it enhances the numerology of the 3, which is about giving birth, rebirth, inventing, creating, getting out in nature, allowing yourself to be grounded, planting the seeds of your tomorrow. This is about pregnancy and birth, giving birth to something, an idea, a thought. She's one of our highest intuitives in the deck. She's also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. So know that the more that we sit back and we think things through, the clearer and clearer our objectives going forward may come. Our strategy may form in our mind. We have the 5 of Wands. This is a little bit about team play here. So especially if you are on said team, or you work in an environment where you all work together collectively for a goal. This is a day when you have to allow other people to shine. But you also must bring you to the table. All your gifts, all your talents. And show them off and show how useful they can be going forward and being a part of the plan going forward and being an instrument of the development of growing that seed, creating that masterpiece. Or whatever it might be you're working on. Maybe it's not so grand and great, but it is. It is. If it brings more joy and happiness into your life, of course it is. Done deal. So there's a little bit of competition here. So if you're going for a job, know that you have to really put your best foot forward in order to land it. You got to show the best possible version of who you are and really shine. Don't mumble your words and don't forget to say little things. Write them on your hand if you have to. Just say, hang on a second. Yeah, I've done that too. Let's get a mantra card, shall we? So we have a very strong energy day for ourselves. Don't be in a hurry to make any kinds of decisions, but really ponder it. Contemplate on it. Meditate on it. Pray on it. Talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Talk to the cosmos. Talk to the universe. Have a conversation seemingly with yourself if that's what you prefer. But definitely mull things over today. Okay. Our mantra today is Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Now, if you don't believe in miracles, you won't see one. I can almost guarantee it. Or you will be so in awe that when you do, you can't even speak, and then you will dismiss it at the end of the day, anyways. But I think most of the people showing up at this channel do believe in miracles, and that's because they're real. And what constitutes a miracle to you? Because when I see a little flower growing out of a sidewalk, that little crack in the sidewalk, and there's this beautiful little flower, and it's kind of stumped and little and whatnot, and people have stepped on it and it still survives, that's what I call a miracle. How did that ever mature and grow to be so beautiful? And sometimes we have to see ourselves as that little seed growing through that crack, and people are stepping on us, and we go through drought days. Nobody waters us. They're watering all those flowers in that yard, but not us. And that's how we see life sometimes. That's how we get this Five of Pentacles kind of energy. Everybody else is struggling too. You're not in this alone. I promise you that. The Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect. Definitely expect miracles, because they do happen. Louise Hayes says, everything is a miracle. It started at your conception. Everything is a miracle when you look around. How does a bird know to tend for its young? How does a bird know to lay the eggs? How do birds know to get together? How do they know to fly south for the winter? How do they know these things? It's all miracles upon miracles upon miracles. Have you ever said, wow, if I were 5 minutes earlier, I would have been. Or if I was running on time. My daughter one time had phoned me and said she wasn't feeling good at work. So, okay. You going to go home? Yeah, I'm just waiting for approval. It should come in at any time, and then I'm out of here. Like, okay. And I knew her bus route, and I knew the neighborhood she was in. And so I knew she'd be leaving probably, soon. And then about a couple hours later, people started coming into my place of work and talking about this horrific thing where a person drove a van down the sidewalks, killing a multitude of people. And that would have been the street that my daughter would have walked on at that time of day. And I couldn't get a hold of her at first. Oh my gosh, it took me forever. And still, once I heard her voice, by that point, I felt like making the 2-hour drive to just go and touch her and hug her and know that she was okay. And it was just a miracle. And so I talked to her after, and I said, what? You should have been on that street. She goes, I know, Mom. She says, and I had my hand on the door to go forward, and I thought, I'm just going to sit down and check the texts on my phone before I go. So you can't tell me that there is no such thing as miracles. Yeah. I got a million of them, but that one came to mind. Angels shine a divine light of intelligence, made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms. A bird, a butterfly, an animal are the brightest and only flower and blossom. When things happen, synchronicities, I can't say that word. Oh my gosh, we're back to that, people. You know what I mean. Synchronicities. You know what I'm saying. I don't edit either, so just deal with it. And miracles start to happen in your life. You know that the angels are with you. The angels also assist and guide you during life changes and challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible with angels, so you can expect a positive outcome, knowing the angels have heard your prayers. And the mantra is simply, I believe in miracles. Now, I would say, so bring them on, but that's just who I am. You might just want to say, I believe in miracles. And then expect them to happen. Expect to see a miracle each and every day. And then recognize it and say thank you. Okay. Let us cut the cards for our animal. And our animal is the deer. And the deer is all about love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So there is a part, when we are seesawing back and forth and we are trying to figure things out, and if we don't have a true belief in ourselves and our worth and what we are capable of, and a true belief in it, not what we were told it was, but rather what it truly is, when that lacks, our decision making tends to falter a little bit, right? So always love yourself, be kind to yourself, see the beauty in who you are and your talents, your ability, the unique you. Each and every one of us are beautiful from the inside out. You can't tell me different. So acknowledge your self-worth and grace. See the light in all things. You heal with the power of love. Be gentle with yourself. The deer brings in love. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.